Hello, my name is Dr. Miguel Vargas. I'm a physical therapist here at Balance Physical Therapy. One of the things I want to talk about today that oftentimes doesn't get spoken about is caregiver burnout. What does that mean? What are some signs and symptoms, some of those things? So that's really what the focus of this video will be for today. And so some of the things to look at when a caregiver is burning out is the person gets a feeling of being overwhelmed. They're really overwhelmed, they don't know what to do, they're getting frustrated a little bit perhaps. Perhaps they're no longer working out, so now they're gaining some weight. Or they're no longer eating because they're so stressed, so now they're losing weight. They're constantly feeling sad. They're constant headaches, body aches, there's a lot of physical problems. These can be signs of caregiver burnout. You don't realize how much help someone needs until you're in the moment doing that for that individual. Some of the things that you can do to help these people is just ask like, hey, how are you doing? Is there something that I can do for you? Like, what do you need help with? And then when someone asks for help, take it. It's okay, it's not weakness if you need help with something. Being a caregiver is a full-time job, 100%. And so recognizing that sometimes you might need a little bit of help, it's okay, it's not a bad thing. So get support where you can and when you can. One of the things that you have to do is make sure that you schedule time for yourself. So have scheduled time to work out. It's okay to take care of yourself. It's not a bad thing. The more you take care of yourself, the more effective of a caregiver you can be. It's not you being selfish, it's something that you have to do for you. Pay attention to how you feel and the things that you need. Okay, if you need to go and watch a movie, then do that, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If you need extra help for some errands, or if you need help on training to how to safely transfer your dad or your mom or your uncle from the wheelchair to the car, find a physical therapist. Transfer training is something that we do all the time, and we're more than happy to do that for you, because we understand that if you're transferring somebody incorrectly and you hurt yourself, that's no good, because now you're not effective as a caregiver, because now you're hurt. So now you need more help. So with that in mind, there are a few things that you don't want to tell a person who's a caregiver. These things, they may rub them the wrong way. So there's a few things that you want to avoid saying. So you don't want to say things like, hey Tim, you look tired. Tim knows he looks tired. He doesn't need you to tell him he looks tired, right? Susie knows that her hair isn't perfect because she's been up all night with her mom or with her dad. She knows these things. She doesn't need you to remind and point these out to her, okay? Saying things like, I don't know how you do it. It's not helpful. It just adds more stress to the situation. Saying things like, oh man, your dad used to be a great guy. Used to? What do you mean used to? He's still a great guy. These things can really provoke situations, and it's things that you really want to stay away from. There's other challenges that caregivers have, and it's isolation. Caregivers oftentimes feel that no one really knows what they're going through. So they tend to isolate themselves from other people. Taking care of a loved one and being responsible for their health is extremely stressful. And there's help out there for these individuals, and that's something that we need to make sure that we encourage people to get help. For instance, here in lovely Monterey County, we have our health department has tons of resources for people to look at and to get the help. There's meetings, there's scheduled events, there's all these activities that you as a caregiver can participate in and get the help that you need so that you don't have that caregiver burnout. There's also websites, so if you go on aarp.com, there's tons of resources there for you at a national level that you can access, okay? So don't feel that you're alone in this struggle. Yes, it's a very challenging thing that is to be a caregiver, but there's help out there for you. For more information like this, and if you have any questions or advice for other caregivers that you have found helpful, please visit our website, www.balancephysicaltherapy.com, and just drop us a line. Thank you so much for your time.